No way. Hey, everyone. It is Katee Sackhoff. Welcome to Blah, Blah, Blah. I am your host. You guys, I don't even know where to start. I have no words. We are literally recording this today, the day you're going to get this episode. Kristian?
I'm not supposed to be here today, Katee.
Nope.
And we did this already. This is deja vu.
Not only did we do it, we did it again.
Again, we people were like, what are you talking about? We had an episode with Glenn Howerton, and because of the strike and everything else too.
Oh, and it's a wonderful episode with Glenn.
Can't wait for it to come out. Just not going to come out for a little bit. And then we said, well, let's just do one with you and I. And we did a really funny episode, 45 minutes.
Yep.
And the sound said, fuck you.
And the sound said, nope, you can't air this either. So you guys, here's where we're at. We had 5 episodes in the can, 5 of them for you, because we promised you we would come every Wednesday.
Just keep going.
I'm gonna pause on that really quick because I would love to come every Wednesday. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the people with the children in the car. You're coming on Wednesday. So it is just like welcome to our lives right now. There is so much going on right now with the strike, and everything that could go wrong is going wrong, other than I'm alive.
True.
We're alive. Everyone I love is alive. We're alive. We're healthy. That's about it.
That works out. I mean, it was a thing last night. Even like I had to go to something for work last night. We'll just leave it at that. And as I'm sitting in this particular thing, my phone is. Yeah. It's from you. It's from the sound guy. Yeah. It's from my wife. It's from and I'm like, okay. And then the unfortunate. Put it somewhere else. You could have come on Tuesday. It would have been on. It would have been. It's true. It's still. Hey. Fortunately enough for this one, I didn't need it. That's all right. Listen, sit in the delirium. You need it. Sit in it.
You guys. For those of you listening, I haven't showered in 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. And not only that, so I leave. Yeah. You have this crazy sound issue yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Which we're all still here.
You made me feel great about it.
I did. I'm so sorry. I did. But
this part
of the reason was because I leave this.
Yeah.
Our taping. That was like an emergency taping yesterday from a phone call from my husband, my mom, my dad. We'll go into more detail about this at some point, but who do I need?
Pierogi.
We need pierogi.
Yeah.
We'll go into detail about this at some, but pierogi hit me up. We got to talk.
For real.
For real talk. Anyway, so here's the deal. We are going to hold those episodes that we have with all of the actors because of the strike. We are in solidarity with this union. The contracts need to be renegotiated. And that is all we'll say about it for now, because we're going to try and keep this episode short and sweet because I've got nothing to say.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we have so much to say that we said in the episode yesterday, which was so good. And we literally were calling it SAG, The Silent Take, and Aliens. And
it was such a good.
It was great.
I really feel like I should talk about The Silent Take just really quick.
You should. And we should get into that. And maybe we end with that.
Maybe we end with The Silent Take.
But we are going to air that episode.
It is going to air.
But it's going to be on the website, because the reason why that is because it is just it's nothing we could put out because the sound is really bad, and we want to put out quality content, and it's not worth it. But you can hear it. Our sound designer did a great job of salvaging what we had.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to listen to that on the blah blah blah. But speaking on that site.
Yeah.
We got stuff going down this Saturday.
We absolutely do. I am going to read to you. So here's the deal, you guys. Give me a second. My brain has got to catch up with my mouth. No, I'm going to talk about the fact that we can still do podcasts.
Yes.
We are still going to San Diego for our live show because we are allowed to do podcast recording. We cannot talk about work. That's fine. I am full of hot air, so we'll be fine. And so is he. We're good.
We can talk about this kind of work.
We can talk about this kind of work. Right. We can talk about podcast till we're blue in the face.
Yeah.
Just can't talk about work. So we are going to San Diego still for the live recording of the podcast. The in real life, the IRLs that come to the show sold out. You can't come to the show if you're in San Diego, but it's going to be live streamed. We've been talking about this. You can listen to it. You can watch it. You can participate in the entire thing, which is so awesome. And we're going to give you guys a discount. We're going to call this 50% off. So
Clever.
50% off for the next 50 stream ticket purchased. And this is going to come out really weird. It's a weird day. I don't care because it's going to be nuts. I'm nuts right now. I'm going to just be drunk for the next week and a half anyway.
Nice.
But this is going to be a live in San Diego, unedited podcast. God help me. You'll not want to miss the live show. So, if you can't be there, get your streaming tickets now. Go now to BlahBlahBlahKatee.com. 50% off for the next 50 people and put in the code San Diego 50. That is SANDIEGO 50. 50 is 50, not spelled out. And BlahBlahBlahKatee.com and get 50% off and watch that live show.
I love that. I mean, that was all you, and so I'm glad that we are doing that. Do that now if you're able to, because that's a great discount. It's a great idea, and I think that what people the stuff basically what we did yesterday, if that type of thing happened, everybody who's on that stream, they're going to see it regardless if we decide we're not going to air that or not. You're going to see it because it's going to be a live thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My publicist is going, so she'll just smack my face.
Right. Yeah.
I won't. It's fine. It'll be fine.
But what we do on our show,
we
we had a special guest that, again, because of the strike, we weren't able to bring out because you're going to want to hear this particular guest talk about past work. So we're going to save that guest for another time.
Because that person is synonymous with my career.
Right.
So it is too hard to not talk about work with this person.
Right.
That being said, one of the things we did announce yesterday, and one of the things we wanted participation from you, we have guests lined up that we're going to talk to that are not actors, which is great. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
So we're not lacking for content. You are going to get an episode every Wednesday. But who do you guys want us to interview as well? We want to talk to non-actors. We want to just like dig in and have some real conversations with some cool people until this strike ends. And then we'll go back to the boring actors, but like part-time.
You wanted to do that, and you say that obviously jokingly too. Where I love that in the first episode you even referenced yourself that you're included in that.
I annoy myself.
Right.
I literally, talking to my husband yesterday, called what I do my craft, and he went, "Please don't ever say that again." And I went, "I won't." I won't. And he goes, "Actually, it didn't sound too douchey coming out of your mouth, but still, just don't do it. Don't do it."
Yeah.
I will never call it my craft again.
Well, either way, our craft is going to be to find different people besides just actors and everyone else who's in this business and go outside the box. And we've already done that. We've booked some great guests, as you said, and we're going to continue to do that. And we always wanted to do that, but because of the strike, it's kind of like put the fire under our butts. And now we're going to be doing that. And like Katee said, tell us who you want to see. If there's other people, hell, man, maybe Pierogi is one of ours if we can get him. Dude.
I'm not going to get into it right now, but holy,
you need him.
Effing crap.
Yeah, you need him. Well, I mean, he's been pretty good responding, but people who are listening be like, "Oh, Katee Sackhoff needs you, Pierogi. Let him know."
Hit him up.
Yeah, let him know. So yeah, the other thing that we did talk about briefly yesterday. Well, there was two things, and it was too good of a bit to not bring up again here. That we want audience participation, and Katee brought up yesterday curse words that aren't necessarily curse words.
Oh, I told the story of my husband.
Yeah, about how we said the pussyfoot was brought up on the last thing.
It was. Well, we didn't air. That's an episode we can't air.
Well, but the pussyfoot was brought up. We did air, didn't we?
No, that's Glenn, isn't it?
No, I think pussyfoot was the recap to
Bryce.
To Bryce, yeah.
Because I was
we
like,
aired that.
So when I think of pussyfoot, all I see is kittens going.
Right. Right.
That's what I think of.
Yeah.
And then I told the story of my husband, and I'm going to get this wrong, but he got suspended from school one time because he said a word like pussyfoot that has a swear word in it, but it was a word that's in the dictionary.
Right.
And the teacher was upset. So instead of apologizing, my husband went in and on the chalkboard wrote every single word in Webster's dictionary that has a swear word in it but isn't a swear word.
Right.
And then he got suspended.
Which is not fair.
Which is stupid.
It's
is so stupid.
So we were like, well, what words?
I might have gotten that story wrong too, but the content is,
we gotta know. Yeah,
there.
Yeah, for sure. And then we come up with a couple of words that were like, what can the audience, what words work? And then Brett, you had one that worked yesterday. What was it?
Shuttlecock.
Right, shuttlecock. And that's now
You
your
guys
engineer name.
shuttlecock.
Yeah.
And Brett, what does shuttlecock mean?
It is the little bird that you hit in badminton.
Good. Let's stay on me for the whole time. Because I'm a professional badminton player.
I wasn't
know
ready
what
to
he's
get on the
talking about.
camera here or whatever.
Shuttlecock.
Is
Pussyfoot.
Sackhoff? Did you ever get in trouble
Oh
for
my
that
God,
one?
you guys. My brother's friends still call me Little Spank. Like Lil Spank.
Yeah.
Because Sackhoff is our last name, which makes complete sense. So,
Mhm.
you know, there is a part of me that feels like I upgraded a little bit with Gadsby because
I understand what you mean.
but in solidarity with my family,
Sure.
I've maintained Sackhoff as my last name. So I'm a hyphen now. I'm a Sackhoff Gadsby, which is like I'm like a jack off, but a good one, a great one. I'm a great jack off.
Especially on Wednesdays.
Oh my God, this episode. Oh my God, I'm sweaty.
Yeah. Well,
Which is also
and
what
still
we
not
talked
stinky.
about.
We talked about that too.
Not
Nice.
stinky.
Well done.
Not stinky.
Well done.
And with no deodorant, Christian.
Well, listen, deodorant, as I mentioned yesterday, again, native, not a sponsor, but hopefully they will be. I use like cookies and cream. Delicious.
It was
I
a
don't eat
great
it, but
bit,
still.
you guys. It was such a good bit. I was like, you don't want cookies in your armpits.
You sound like my daughter doing a New York accent. I love it. Why does everyone do? And everyone, every time they do a New York accent, they go, "Hey, look, I'm gonna go get a Sicilian slice with some pepperoni and some mushrooms."
What do you mean? For everybody at home, we're like jumping up our shoulders right now and we're talking in New York accents. What are you talking about? I don't even sound like a good New Yorker. I sound like I become like a male wise guy.
It's hilarious. It's
not
hey,
even-
it's true. It's when I try
Oh my Lanta, what is happening with this episode? I love everything of it. For people at home, I'm sweating. I'm in my my pants.
Everyone's at home. Do you mean the audio? For people at home. For people at home. Not for the not for the 50 people who are sitting in the room. There's like there's a line of people just staring at us, not saying a word.
For the people in your cars listening.
For people at home. For the people
I've
at
got
home.
tears coming out of my eyes. I am like, this has just been a day.
Yeah.
This has been a week.
I know. Thanks, Shuttlecock. Everybody is delirious. It is
Delirious.
all right.
Oh
so,
my God.
So tell us about the silent take.
Oh my Hannah. Okay. All right. So
The people in the room want to know.
oh my God, thank God I don't have makeup on. It would literally be like pouring off my face right now. So my husband had said, Robin had said, Katee, you need to explain the silent take. Like every time you and Bryce brought it up, I really wanted to know what it was and I wanted a little bit of clarity. So I was like, okay, great. So the silent take is basically, it allows you to shorten or lengthen a scene. And the way that you do it is if you and I were doing a scene and I was like, Kristian, blah, 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 and you said, blah, 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 we would go through the entire scene and we would record the dialogue and do the action and everything. But then we would do one take that was silent. And what that would look like is basically mimes. You're not moving your mouth like you're saying, pretend saying the words. You're just doing the physical action of your body and the physical action of your face that's conveying the emotion of the scene. So you're sort of going through the dialogue in your head, but you're moving your face and you're doing everything that you did in the scene. What this does, at first I felt so weird doing it, but what I realized that it does and what it does do is it allows the editor to shorten and lengthen scenes. If you want to hold a longing look on someone and the actors didn't give it to you, you've now got it in the can of these two people. In the can means in the camera. So you've got it in the can of these two actors longingly looking at each other because that's all you do in a silent take is just look at each other and like move your face and move your head. If you want to stay on someone who was talking and change the dialogue while someone else leaves and exits the scene at the end, you can hold on the person who you want to end the scene on, even though in the real take they were talking, The silent take, they're not. So what it does is it just gives you freedom of movement within a scripted scene to change it and edit it and make it fit a different theme or a different context in the edit room. It's a fantastic tool.
I love that.
So this is the process of your craft?
This is the process of my craft. You guys, I also want to talk about the fact that it is such a day. I had McDonald's for breakfast. I haven't had McDonald's for breakfast since I was, and I do say breakfast. I do. You guys, I get it. I understand. I haven't had McDonald's for breakfast since I was on ski team in high school.
Wow. Well, Shuttlecock has it every other Wednesday.
So I'm not sponsored by McDonald's. I just need coffee.
That's true. But the silent take, man, I'll tell you, when you were talking about that yesterday, it was really fascinating, and you can understand why Bryce is as good as she is, just the way that she particularly does things, and that absolutely just cements it, right? But like the idea of being able to use footage in a take that you do from the silent, but it's just even a reaction of it where you're like, okay, because you were talking about, it's essentially miming, even like a full dialogue scene.
Yeah.
It's like you're miming it, but you would never tell if you're, just watching it. Yeah.
It's really a beautiful thing. And I realize this also, that sometimes you'll work with an actor who likes to ad lib a lot. And sometimes it ties you up in edit because you can't cut from them when they're still talking. So what a silent take does is it gives you cut points. Gives you cut points when you're working with someone who wants to keep the camera on themselves, which, trust me, we've all worked with them.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful tool. So that's the silent take. You're welcome.
Yeah. And then I think if you want to continue to use the thumbnail, I'll summarize real quick what I did yesterday. And if you
with
want to
aliens.
let
me just check my phone because I have my husband's car.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. It's gonna be so quick, because if you want to watch the whole thing, I did a 55-minute episode with Ellis on the UFOs.
Just tell people to go watch that episode.
You can watch it on. Yeah, it's essentially they're doing for years and years and years. There have been reports of UFOs and all these different things, but it's becoming more and more legit after the New York Times article and all. And then there was recently a UFO whistleblower that came out and said that there were certain things that were recovered, so much so that it's like the most bipartisan thing we've seen in a long time, with people like Chuck Schumer and Marco Rubio.
I made a joke about healthcare. It was really interesting.
But like getting together and then going and they're doing actual hearings next week. So the documentation of UFOs will be released to the public. So that was essentially what we covered, and there's a lot more. Like I said, if you want to check it out on my channel, I did like a full 55-minute episode with Mark Ellis.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was really great. And look, we're like we said, that episode will come out if you need it. We pretty much just gave you the Cliff's Notes version of it right now, but it's going to be on our website, BlahBlahBlahKatee.com at some point. The sound is crappy, so you won't want to listen to it at your home. I'm kidding. I mean, in like your car or something. But yeah, that's our episode, and we're literally ending it like ASAP.
But we kept our promise.
We kept our promise. I got to go stay in a deck because we're selling our house.
Yeah. Well, we'll be there. We'll be there on Saturday. You'll be posting the stuff. As Katee mentioned to you guys, make sure that the first 50 people who sign up, you're going to get that discount on that stream. Do it now.
San Diego 50. BlahBlahBlahKatee.com. Go get your live stream tickets 50% off right now. First 50 people. Because
usually people wait until like the day of, the day before. If you do it now, you get that little discount.
You can't wait till the day of, you guys. It's literally this Saturday.
Yeah.
It's like
nuts.
Wait, what?
There's nuts coming up that fast.
Oh, it's nuts. I was like, what did I do?
No,
Is it not Saturday? No, I don't know what's happening.
You're right. You're still recovering from Wednesday.
I am.
All right, you want to say goodbye to them?
I just need to say goodbye because at this point I've talked about way too many things. And I'll come again next Wednesday. So peace out.